Well, hello, happy Wednesday for joining us. We'd like to know where you are watching, and so that if you are for the first me or seeing one of our chapter directors who's here to support us with this particular segment of Blue Star Careers, Spouseforce bringing it coming to you live. And actually, we're actually bringing in a really amazing team here from the Mill Spouse Fest to talk to us about their upcoming activities, events. But first of all, let me tell you who I am. I'm Laura Torres with Blue Star Careers, and we're here to, again, just to share with you this fun segment about what's going on with the Mill Spouse Fest team and how you yourself can get involved in the next event. I also have Maggie Meza, who is our San Diego chapter director. Hi, Maggie.
Hello.
And then part of our guest is Emily Anderson, who is the Director of Operations for Mill Spouse Fest.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. And then I have Sybil Jones, Mama Jones, from who is the Marketing and Community Engagement Manager from Mill Spouse Fest. That's right. And we wish to have a little bit of music. But, once again, we're here to talk to you about just this cool real activity that we have going on. We are so proud that we always collaborate with them, and so we want to make sure that this is a shout out segment for you to tell us where you're watching, how you enjoy Mill Spouse Fest, but most importantly, you bring in the next event, because the next event is next week. So without further ado, I'm going to turn complete spotlight to Emily and say, Emily, tell us all about Mill Spouse Fest and what's going on.
Well, good morning and thank you. Mill Spouse Fest, we are bringing, along with USAA, our presenting sponsor, are bringing 16 events this year to military spouses around the world, which is pretty cool because when we have to do them in person, we only get to see people in the geographical areas. But this year, because we're doing them virtually, this spring, we get to see people from all over the world. And this year, our theme is Make Dreams Reality. This is the fancy t-shirt that goes out in our swag boxes that we send out to the first 125 people that log on. And our next Thursday, the 18th, registration is open. And we are going to be talking about entrepreneurship on Thursday. So it's a good chance to hear from some great entrepreneurs. We actually have two speakers, along with Blue Star Families, coming on and talking about Spouseforce and all the things that they do. We are having Danielle Marshall, who works with the Small Business Association, helping people get their businesses off the ground. She has kind of a cool segment, and she's got some surprises available to some spouses who are looking to start their businesses or maybe boost their businesses. And then we actually are having AMC come and speak, and that's the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs. They're going to come and speak also about all the great resources that they can offer and the support that they can offer to military spouse entrepreneurs. So along with our normal fun and games and scavenger hunt and USAA doing financial fact or fiction, we are going to have those two speaking segments come and drop some knowledge on all the spouses who show up. So,
and then opportunity drawings as well.
Yes.
Yes, all the fun stuff. Now, the very traditional, not very traditional, I'm sorry, very determined, very multi-preneur, Sybil Jones, perfect to talk to us about everything else that goes on out here in Mill Spouse Fest, correct?
Yes. So the one thing that we love doing at Mill Spouse Fest is bringing you guys fun. We want to bring you fun right to your house. Like, how great is that? You can just get up, sit on your couch, tune in, and have a day of fun and all the great prizes. We have a lot of great military spouse-owned businesses who donate prizes. And this month we have some new donors, and I'm like, I was going through the list this morning, Emily, and I'm like, oh, I want to be an attendee. Like, these prizes are awesome. And then, of course, all the great resources. I will tell you, attending the events, I work at MilSpouse Fest, but I learn something new every event when it comes to our resources. I've learned a lot about Blue Star families that I didn't know prior to being part of the MilSpouse Fest team. But you're sitting there and hearing all the great things that you guys do and all of the other great sponsors and the resources they have to offer, no matter what stage you're in this military spouse life. So, yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about this community is just the camaraderie, you know, the sense of belonging, that the part of the no matter where you are, have that connection. And right now, obviously virtually, but when they happen in person, you have that connection with just individuals in your table or even in your booth where you get to converse to them and you have to share similarities of the lifestyle, but at the same time, you know, all the good, the bad, and the things that need to be improved. What about you, Miss Maggie? What are you looking forward to for next Thursday?
Well, I'm looking forward to sharing all good things of BSF to the world, right? And but I wanted to say what I really enjoyed, especially since the MilSpouse Fest has been every month, and though you have a main theme, you have a theme per month. I've noticed in the chat familiar names, and they may not be members, but they're coming back, and it's that familiarity of even if it's your faces or the resources that they have. That I think that's what's really been needed. You know, that getting into a schedule, right? And we missed that, and so I think that's what's been really great about the last couple of MilSpouse Fest. So,
exactly. Yeah, it's definitely fun for us because we, you know, Sybil does the Facebook Lives for our community, and it's fun to see people's names show up, and we get to know those people once they have come to one event, and it's fun to actually see them if they take a picture with their swag or what their prizes and that kind of stuff. That and like I met both of you at events in person. Yeah. It's to actually see people's faces is very so exciting. We sit in our houses all day long.
Well, that's like just what Valentine's Day we did a live with one of our attendees, and it was great to finally like meet her, seeing her face to face, and having an actual conversation with her as we did that live. It was fun. It was really fun to me because right now with them in virtual, you know, you're like, who is this person behind the screen? I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to interact with you.
Yeah. So, yeah, and can I say real quick, when we have the booth?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
So Laura and I will sit in the booth and have the attendees come visit us, and it is so awesome to, you know, sometimes like I just wanted to tell you how great Blue Star Families is. I just want to tell you how it's great seeing you, and just that, you know, it makes me feel like I'm making a difference. So your platform of MilSpouse Fest has helped me. And not only as a leader, but as the chapter director for Blue Star Families, to be able to share all the good things that we can do and help military families.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to share at our last event last month in February, I was able to go through a lot of the comments through the chat during our booth, and I pulled a lot of great quotes because the people that came through, like Maggie mentioned, you know, that we love the work that you do, we love Blue Star Families, Fest, and then providers that are part of it, that are participating, the different sessions, breakout sessions, and those were amazing comments that were coming through and asking and sharing about what was going on through their day. So that was really cool, really positive to do. So what's next? Because I noticed on the calendar that which, by the way, there's the event link for you to get registered for the next event, the next session, which is next week. But what is next, Ms. Emily? Because I see that that's about it in March. April, May, and it's kind of missing.
Very busy. Yeah. So I think that to feed off Maggie, I think that it's nice that this year the booths do allow you to see people on video, which a lot of times, especially with the chat, you feel like you're talking into the Ethernet and nobody, but to actually see faces is good. And to put names to faces is nice. So March, of course, is entrepreneurship. April, we have employment and careers coming up. So part of that is we're going to have Blue Star come talk more about their Spouseforce program, and a couple other speakers that are going to talk more about developing that career path that you might want. Many of us have decided to change paths after this last. Sybil and I were actually just talking yesterday that a year ago we were in Texas doing our last in-person events, and so in this last year of being all virtual, a lot of people have sat back and kind of thought about what they want to do and what changes they might want to make or improvements through great certification programs, online certification programs and stuff like that. And I know that Spouseforce focuses a lot of that. So we're going to have you all come and talk a little bit more about that and what you all do. And then we have a great speaker coming up. Krista Wells is going to be, she's a military spouse, a Marine spouse, I believe, just like Maggie. Her husband is retired also, and she's going to focus on that kind of goal setting for us for the employment and career section. So she's done a lot in the community, and so we're excited to hear from her. In April, May, we're focusing on mental health. Obviously a big topic for this last year. And we have another military spouse life coach coming in for that month. Her name is Jennifer Ballou. She's a Gold Star spouse, a veteran herself, and a military spouse. And so she's going to focus on mental health, and then we'll have some of our other resources kind of expanding on that topic also. So that'll wrap up the virtual ones until December. And then we are going to try to shoot for some in-person ones for September, October, and November. We're really hopeful that we can get out there as everybody's getting vaccinated and things are coming down a little bit. We're hoping that we can visit everybody in person, which should be wonderful. So.
That is great. What is the one place that you are really looking forward? We all have a favorite town, right? What is the one that you're really looking forward to getting back into the community besides San Diego?
So we'll all be here. I actually, one of this, we're going to go to Norfolk in September, and then October we're headed to Fort Drum, New York, which is going to be chilly apparently. So we all have to pack our booties and hats, but
and I don't do the cold, y'all.
I don't think I can get there. But I am looking forward to Fort Drum. I've never, my husband's family is from New York. And so I'm hoping that some of the leaves will still be, maybe it might be too late. I don't know how early it gets cold, but October, it should be a good chance to go to a place we haven't been to before, which would be good. And we know those fantastic. Army people.
Yes, and the Army is super, yeah, absolutely super tight. So hang in there and send all of your love and post your comments and let us know. Even after the replay, let us know that you'll be attending, and you definitely will be looking forward to the registration when it gets released. And so when it gets up, it's just right there, a link for you to join the next MilSpouse Fest, which is next week, all about entrepreneurship. And then, of course, moving forward, there will be different segments and new events. And every month, it's going to be super engaging.
Yes.
What is your best memory? I'm going to put you, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, just to let everyone know, we have a morning session and an evening session. So if you're like, oh, I can't tune in the morning, you do have that evening session, or vice versa. So.
Now, Maggie, I think you and I reached the MilSpouse Fest phenomenal a little bit later in our MilSpouse life as we were transitioning. What's your best memory so far since you've been participating?
It has to be the very first one I attended. It was in person. It was here in Oceanside. It was fantastic. It was great to see just all the resources coming together. I didn't know what to think of it. They were like, Maggie, go, you need to be here at this time. And I just remember showing up, and it was so fun, right? The minute you enter, it is music, it is upbeat, it lifts your spirits, it gives you resources, and then you enter this room and you just get to hang out with your friends and learn and have fun and win some prizes, but really to come together as a military family and get to know new people. So it was just amazing to watch that in person. And that's why I'm just so excited for just the idea of it coming back in person. So because it's so great. You leave there thinking you can take on the world, right? So that's my favorite.
True on that, Maggie. And I want to circle on that. I'm going to hop on that thought, because that's exactly how I felt when I attended my very first one. And I recall the second year, my boss said, you don't have to go and do all 4 sessions, you can just do a couple. And I'm like, no, you don't. I have to be there in all of them, because you do the morning, but then the evening, it just feels like now you're at the after party. And then you did the morning, the next location in Camp Ellington area, and then the after party, which was the evening one. And it didn't feel like you were working, because you were connecting with spouses, you were talking, you were sharing, you were comparing situations, but then also moving forward in a personal and a more positive note, just talking about it and making those connections. Walking away with us. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah. I was the same way when they told me I didn't have to do. I was like, I had such a fear of missing out. I was like, oh no, I have to be there. I have got to. Yeah, I had serious FOMO on that. So
yeah, they had good talks about that too at Oceanside at that hotel. They had the lunch was very good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's funny. We have a lot of I would call them repeat offenders, but we are always grateful when people come back. And one of my favorite things is from Norfolk a couple of years ago. We had two spouses who showed up, and they had come the year before and met each other and became friends. And they had made a goal together to go on a weight loss journey together. And so the first year they had taken all these pictures in front of the step and repeat with the stuff. For the in-person events, we always have props and things like that. And then the second year they walked up and they're like, do you remember us? And I was like, unfortunately, no, but thank you for coming back. And they're like, oh, we met here last year. And they're like, I think they had lost like 100 pounds between the two of them, which was crazy over the year. And they're like, and we're going to take the pictures in the exact same like things that we did. And it was that like feeling of, our theme, I think that year was together, and they had like stuck together, and they had worked really hard to just try and like be a team and be that community that military spouses, find in each other. And so they were so cute. I was like, they came together and they did the pictures. They were fun. But, yeah. But you do see people over and over. Neat.
Yeah, that's a great story, because I often feel guilty for signing up after I've been to so many of them. And, and so please forgive me. If you see my name out there, I'm going to start changing it. So, because I feel guilty every time I signed up.
Continue. Come on.
No, it's fun. We have people that have, different duty stations they've moved, and they appreciate the fact that they went from, Hampton Roads or Northern Virginia, and now they're out in San Diego, and it's something familiar. That's the, good part about it, is that it's like Blue Star families, right? That if you go to one place, that it's there for you at the next location you go to. And having some continuity in your life is always a good thing. In the military life, you're like, oh, they have this coffee shop that I really love. That's really good. But having those organizations and that where that you can rely on what you're getting, the information you're getting, and the people, and what it will provide you at either location is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Absolutely. And I wanted to do a call here to Londa Smith, currently watching live on one of the channels, and she's never been to it, but just grab onto the registration and come in. There's no reason why you need to miss out this year because it's all virtual. So if you've never been to that, this is the chance for you to join. You have a whole week that's going to happen with your virtual setup so that you can share the Zoom, the quietness. Just like me, is like kick everybody out of the room and it's like leave because I have a second. So you have a whole week to plan out, Londa. So make sure you join and meet us there and come and visit the booth. All the providers who are there to share resources. Visit the Blue Star families, the first one, share the love, and let us know how we can continue to help you. Anything else, ladies, before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, we're excited. We're excited to, see everybody again. And, as it's always free, which is great. It's one of the things that we love about it is that there's no charge because we do know that things come up where maybe you intended on attending one session. And so you can always switch sessions if you need to. And obviously USAA will be there. JJ probably will have one of his dogs. The presence and all of our backgrounds. There's always dog barking a little bit.
There's always background.
The story of our lives, right?
But that's the new normal, so that's totally acceptable nowadays.
And we will have music too, because I have to try my hand at DJing. Last time we listened to MC Hammer, didn't we have a little MC Hammer playing and Backstreet Boys?
Oh yeah, you took it back that time.
Sybil's always with the random songs where I'm like, I don't think I've ever.
So are you saying you're going to do it again this time? Can we submit requests for songs that you can dance up to?
Yes.
So this is a call of action here for everyone who's watching and watches it later. Please submit your suggestions first of all to try on a new music, new hip stuff that she can maybe some salsa and some merengue. That will be my favorite for you to.
Especially in the morning because.
Especially for us in San Diego.
They start really early for some of us where I'm like.
Yeah, last time I woke up and it was 6 in the morning and Maggie was already there and I was like, oh wow, Maggie, that's commitment.
I had FOMO. I didn't know.
What happens in the first 5 minutes? I could miss everything. No, we are doing it a little bit different this time where we're going to open up our we're going to do a welcome right away and then have it shift back to the booths so that there was some, not to get too off topic, there's some confusion sometimes about where they're supposed to go first. So we're going to have everybody come in and we're going to do a welcome and start a game first. And then you'll go out to your booths, visit all the sponsors, visit Maggie and Laura if she's decided to wake up at that. And then we'll start with the speakers and everything. But we want to give people a chance to kind of welcome everybody in and get the day off with a couple prizes and some we're going to do scavenger hunt through the sponsor booths this time.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, you know what I just thought about, Emily? At 9 o'clock during a welcome, you're going to hear
your deep voice.
Good morning.
Your morning voice.
My morning voice.
Very Kathleen Turner.
Will that be before or after the coffee?
First
I don't know. You might see me just kind of slide in and like, hey, I'm here.
There you go.
It's early. It's definitely early for me. I'm like, I have to get I might as well just stay awake all night. That'd be easier.
That will be me to make sure that I don't overdo it and join Maggie at the right early rise and shine, right on time.
That's right. Or I'll just say tag you're at 6.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. This has been super fun. If those of you who get to watch this and watch the replay, please place your comments, tag your friend, make sure that everybody knows that this is going to be an entrepreneurial event, activity, focus, the next Male Spouse Fest, which is next Wednesday, not next, I keep saying Wednesdays, it's next Thursday. next Thursday, March 18. And so the link is right here, but I'm also going to post it up above through the post, and so that you can join us. You can celebrate with us, to celebrate military spouses, the camaraderie, and everything else that takes place, so that you're not alone, and we all in this together. Plus, we make dreams a reality. I love that. I love that. Making dreams a reality. Yeah. Make dream reality.
Got our t-shirt. Good shape.
And
low, but.
I know. I'm going to put the focus now on Maggie, because she wants to remind us of something here that we have going on through Blue Star Families.
So we have our March pulse check, and it is running through the 16th. It's literally 3 minutes. It's just asking you a few questions of what's happening in your life right now, and we'll continue to do these throughout the months. But this one, we need a little bit more National Guard to take the survey. So if you're out there and you hear that, we'd appreciate it. But this helps when we do these pulse checks and these surveys. This helps us to pivot our programming to the needs of the families and the active duty members of what they need.
Yeah. So take the pulse. Take the pulse, and share the love. Share the need, but also it allows us to help us go on and advocate on your behalf. So thank you so much, ladies. This has been so fun. We can sit here all day and chat and have fun, but yeah, I think we have to go get ready for actual work. But this is so much fun. This is one of the funnest Research Wednesday spotlights, which is MilSpouse Fest, having the team here, and we're missing a couple of great staffs, but we'll hopefully in the near future we'll do another one, especially after we go into the in-person. Love to be able to do those and do that outright live where we're located. So thank you for joining us, and again, continue to post your comments to help us make dreams reality for military spouses. So make sure you events for next week. Thank you.
Thank you.